Should the success plan not be conclusive, the next step will be a formal action plan.
Andrea Rizzo reads a letter from her employer, Bell, putting her on notice that she needs to sell more products and services to customers. She's worked in a Bell call center for 20 years and says she's expected to make a sale with every customer, even pushing internet service on a 90-year-old who told her she's blind and couldn't use it.
You feel bad because this customer has taken the internet but does not have a computer.
Several past and present Bell call center employees say sales targets like these must be hit or they risk being fired. And they say coaches listen in on their calls, tell them to speak quickly with customers, to bury the price of products and services.
It's just been a nonstop nightmare for me. And, you know, I'm not only speaking on behalf of myself, but everyone else. It's not just me.
And, says Rizzo, star performers who sell and sell are being unethical. They don't mention 2-year contracts, she says, or mention that a promo price is going to increase, violations of CRTC rules. A report by the country's telecom watchdog says the #1 complaint consumers filed last year was that telecom providers didn't disclose all terms or gave misleading information.
It's not a consumer-friendly practice at all. Consumers should receive, pitches to buy products they want, products they ask for, products they need.
Bell wouldn't give an interview, but in an email said any suggestion that Bell instructs its agents to mislead customers or potential customers about what we sell is completely unfounded and untrue. This seniors advocate's not buying it.
I would like to see a public apology from Bell. I would like to see them commit to change their employee practices effective immediately and to never upsell seniors for products or services that they don't need, don't want, and won't be able to use.
Andrea Rizzo says the pressure to sell has forced her to take stress leave. She worries about the repercussions of speaking out, but says the status quo has to change.
Go Public's Erica Johnson joins us from Vancouver. Erica, obviously some troubling allegations here, but how is this landing with the customers who, after all, are just calling Bell for help?
Yeah, we have heard from Bell customers who say they feel they have been misled about services. As well, Canada's telecom watchdog is keeping track of consumer complaints. And between 2015 and 2016, the Commission for Complaints for Telecommunication Services investigated over 8,000 consumer complaints. Of those, Bell received the vast majority of them, almost 3,000, followed by Rogers and then TELUS.
And Bell's answer to all this is what?
Well, as you heard in the story, they say they do not coach their agents to upsell or mislead people. But insiders we've spoken to say workers feel pressured to do that. They're worried about hitting those sales targets. They're worried about keeping their jobs.
Obviously, the telecommunications industry, didn't invent the idea of the upsell. What's your sense of how widespread this is?
Well, as you know, we investigated the banking industry in the spring, and back then it started with TD workers who had very similar allegations. They said they too had sales targets that they had to hit. They felt they had to upsell customers. Some of them felt compelled to have unethical behavior to reach those targets, very similar to what we're hearing at Bell. After our initial stories, we heard from employees at all of the big banks. More than 3,000 bank employees wrote us saying they had similar experiences, similar pressures.
Wow. Erica Johnson of Go Public in Vancouver, thanks.
Thank you.